What's going on, everybody? Just picked up the old little freshie here in Iowa, and we're out today gonna go check some of the cameras. We got both of us here today. I don't know where I'm going, but that's why I brought him along, so he could show me where his cameras are, so I can keep checking them. Yeah, we're in a spot where I hunted quite a bit last year, and it's got a lot of deer in it. So I came in here about a month and a half ago and went way in here and put a camera on kind of a transition area from bedding to food, where I'm hoping I caught at least most of the bucks in this area, and hopefully I have inventory of what's in this unit so I know whether I want to hunt it this fall. And I think it's going to be good, so we're excited to get in there and see what's on the camera. So let's keep going. Yeah. Alright guys, so I'm standing here on this deer trail here, and we just came from the top of this ridge and we've been working our way down it. And there's trail all over on the top, and they kind of meander through there. I'm sure they're in here eating on acorns. It appears to be a really good crop so far this year. We just got over the side of this hill a little bit, and we're on a trail that I found when I came in here and put this camera out, which is still quite a ways off. But this is a perfect example of a trail on the leeward side of a ridge and on a hill. As you can see, this trail has been here for years and years and years, and it's worn away the ground, so it's pretty much just a flat, and it's kind of grooved along this side of the hill. It's been used so much and so long, and it's just right over the crest of this ridge, and whenever there's a wind coming from that direction, from over the ridge, the wind's going to be coming over it. If it's during the day, the thermals are most likely going to be rising from the bottom of the creek, and what that does is it creates a wind tunnel between the kind of vacuum that's left with the wind going over the hill and filling the dead space in it, and then the thermals coming up, and the wind kind of swirls in this wind tunnel right along the leeward side of this hill. And if you follow this all the way up, like I did the last time I was in here, you can see it follows it to a T just perfectly, and that's where these deer are walking to go up into this ridge and into these hardwoods farther than they are right now. But anyway, I thought I'd include that in there just so you can kind of pick those spots out. This is always going to be a good trail to sit on if you're in the rut when the bucks are smelling for does and trying to be safe at the same time. So now we're just going to go down the ridge here and go check that camera. I just don't think that they're using this area like I thought they were, but I'm wondering if it's just a seasonal thing. Because I mean, the camera is set up because I thought they were bedding really deep in the marsh, and at least in the winter time, when the water is up a little bit, this kind of confines them down into this pinch here, and this is the main travel route. But according to the pictures, they're really not using the trail at all that I set up the camera on. And we got pictures coming from deer on really weird random directions. And then yesterday, we had either the same buck come through twice in one day, finally just a giant, like a big deer. And then either him or another big one came through later in that day from the same direction from behind the camera, which doesn't make sense to me on the direction of travel. So I'm just wondering if it was if it's just seasonal that they're not using that travel route to bedding, from bedding to food, or if maybe the bedding is just closer, because we walk by a lot of it. And I'm just wondering if most of the bedding is not as far back in here right now, and then it'll change. But trying to decide whether I should leave the camera here or put it back in the woods, because we found a really good intersection of trails where that one trail that I was talking about kind of comes down and then intersects another one that kind of goes up the other side of the ridge. Another thing to consider is I'm not going to want to be, I don't know if I'll want to come this far into the marsh here unless I'm hunting it. So I'm not sure I want a trail camera in here. Alright guys, we just finished setting up that camera here. We moved it back into the hardwoods here where two really heavily used trails intersect. So we're hoping a lot of deer move past this area. And there's kind of there's a lot of reasons that we ended up moving the camera. We were pondering down there for a while after we got that one set of pictures of that big buck. But the two main reasons we decided to move it was because we didn't want to go back down in there maybe ever this season if we don't have to. If we can hunt them in these hardwoods, we would much rather do that. So we don't want to keep going down in there into that marsh and leaving our ground scent everywhere if we don't have to. And the other reason is with these acorns dropping more and more throughout the fall here, the food source and the preferred food source is going to become these acorns, and there should be more and more deer in these hardwoods, you know, browsing around and just using these general trails. So hoping a lot of deer use this area and we get some good pictures of some nice bucks with that camera. Now we're gonna move out of this area and we're actually gonna go to the Marsh Unit and check the two cameras I have there. So we better get to it if we want to get all that done before we run out of daylight. So we're in here in the Marsh Unit now and just got done checking one of the first trail camera. I actually did it in reverse order today, it's kind of weird, but we're gonna go check the other one now. We don't have enough battery on the computer to scroll through all the pictures right now. We just have enough battery to download both of them. So we'll have to look at the pictures in depth later, but we did see on a thumbnail that there's at least one good buck in here. And basically what I'm going to do when looking at these pictures is just kind of try to see what time of day the deer are coming through using this trail and what time of day they're entering this field. See how often they're using this kind of pinch here to enter this field, and see if we can get a little bit of a pattern on some of these bucks that we're going to be hunting in this area. So we'll have to view the pictures later, but now we're going to go to that other camera a long ways away and go get the card on that one.
Ooh, ooh. 4.5.
Yeah, it's a mature buck for sure. Blurry picture.
That's pretty good.
The thing is, they could be freaking anywhere in this field.
You know, you gotta. Oh, he's back.
Why is it so blurry? That's annoying.
Oh, look at that dude.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at more pictures of him. That's pretty cool though.
He's not even mature.
He's
probably a 3-year-old. Oh, that's a big buck.
Dude, this camera is... I think so. God,
holy
it's a
cow.
stud. He's coming in here all the time. The question is why aren't you taking good photos?
Yeah. Can't even tell what he is.
Every night, him, and then this dude's in here. This dude tried with your camera.
Is that a different guy? Yeah. Probably couldn't get to it. Honestly, I might move that one. Alright, that's going to do it for this card pull. We just got done looking through the pictures of this camera. We had enough battery to actually look through this one. And good news is there's definitely some shooter bucks in this area, and we're definitely going to be hunting it this fall. There's some dandies for sure. And there's one really cool one with like 3 main beams. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's mature, but I might take a crack at him if I get a chance.
He's a goofy looking dude.
He's cool.
I'm gonna call him Goofy.
Yeah, there you go. And the only disappointing thing, well, 2 things, not to be a negative Nelly, but the pictures are really blurry, so you can't tell how many there are. So it's not like the best inventory cam. Some people ask me how I decide what trail cameras to buy and what trail cameras I think are the best, and it's like I don't know. I literally just go online on Black Friday and I buy the cheapest ones because they're going to be out here on public land. They could get stolen.
And we've had really bad luck with trail cameras. Even when we bought like more expensive ones, they only last like a year or so. And
sometimes, so I mean, if you want my opinion, well, I won't state my opinion because that could get us into trouble. So
just buy a trail camera.
Yeah, just buy the cheapest ones. That's what I do.
Or buy whatever ones you like.
If you're looking for my advice, yeah, just do whatever you want. But
at the end of the day, you're gonna do whatever you want
anyway. This trail camera turned out to be pretty blurry, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter. We know there's big deer in this area and we're gonna hunt it. It also picked up a lot of people, so we were considering moving it to try to avoid it being stolen. But
right.
Hey, if any of you guys watching are the ones who walked by this camera several times with sticks in their hand, you had every ability to steal this camera, and I really sincerely thank you for not stealing it. And you know, if you're hunting this area, good luck to you this fall. I'll probably see you around. But just hope it doesn't get stolen. There's not really any other place that we want to put it.
Leave other people's cameras alone.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my thing.
But that's gonna do it for today, I guess. Some big deer in this area. Really excited to hunt it this fall, and I think if we can get in here in October and kind of do some observation sits, see where they're getting up out of their beds, hopefully, and might be able to put a plan on them and hopefully get an arrow in one.
There's a pretty good,
because they're in here enough where we know they're living on this, so that's what's important. But
there are bigger deer on here than we have pictures of in Missouri.
Yeah, it's not even close. So
yeah.
Anyway, if you like the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next one.
And this is a nice bag. Might as well go check that one out too.
Shameless plug.
It's just a very comfortable pack. I've been walking all day and I could keep going.